Alexa, what's today's date?
Today is Saturday, October 11th.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:15 a.m.
Hi, my name is Luis and I am an amateur astrophotographer. Today's topic, we're going to talk about a dedicated solar telescope. It is the Lunt 50mm solar dedicated H-alpha solar telescope. Now, what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to compare images, solar images, using this telescope in two different configurations. The first one is single stack configuration, and the second configuration is called double stack. Both methods are okay. When you first get this telescope, you have a basic parts such as helical focuser, especially the helical focuser, and you can still taking pictures using this focuser, no problem. Once you save up money, you get more experience and practice, then you can purchase a feather touch focuser in order to have more control on the chromosphere and have those little crispy details, either the 3D enhance in and out. So you're gonna do that using this feather touch focuser, including the double stack filter. Another method I use on the pictures, I'm using a Daystar flat cap. And what I do before taking pictures or before capturing pictures, I use this flat cap to produce flats. The imaging software I use is SharkCap, and I take the flats. So far I experimented with 100 flats. Once the computer recorded flats and you have to play with the exposure and stuff like that, then I go through the file where the flats are recorded and I pick up the master flat image. So while I'm capturing the image on live, the computer uses that master flat live and it's working right there in live. That's the way I've been discovering and learning how to do it. And I will show you a video of that on a different video. I will show you how that method works. But anyway, you use the flats. It's very important because the flats will take away artifacts such as shadow or any marks that you have in the lens, and it will take those away and it will make the image clearer. There's a website online, and I'm gonna show you in the next section, and we go through the website so you know how to shop for the equipment and have an idea of the pieces that you need. It's showing right now. Next. And this is the website. It's from Lunt Solar Systems. And let me expand this web page. Once you are in that website, you look for the Lunt 50mm dedicated hydrogen alpha solar telescope, and you're gonna start adding components first. The website will tell you the specifications of the telescope. To go real quick, the aperture is 50mm, the focal ratio f7, the focal length 350 millimeters. You got two different options on the focuser: the helical focuser, which I'm gonna show you pictures on how that look like using that helical focuser, or feather touch focuser, and also you will see, or probably you saw already, the picture and the comparison, and they have other details there. But the parts that you need to pay attention is the 6mm filter or blocking filter. You have to select this one for imaging, because I do astrophotography only, I don't do visual. On the focuser, select the Mini-Helical focuser, or probably if you go to another distributor, they just give it to you right there, it's included. There's a double stack, If you cannot get it right now, you get it later, no problem. You still can take pictures without the double stack. You will need the TeleView Soul Searcher. Very important, because that way you can align using this solar searcher and align the sun. Since I am doing astrophotography, I do not need the Lunt zoom eyepiece. Also, I do not need any Lunt eyepiece set. I'm not using a case, I use the box. But if you can afford that, get it. But I don't use it at this moment. Now here on the dovetail bars, since I have a SB Bunny dovetail bar 120 millimeter, you can see a picture there, which is about almost 5 inches. Based on my experience, I will pick up the 6 inches right there. That's what I will pick up. The feather touch focuser, if you cannot afford it, no worries, because you have the helical focuser and it will work. But that's the price for the helical focuser once you get it later. So basically you can use the basic setup using a helical focuser, you see the picture there, single stack, and then once you start saving up money months later or whatever you need to, you get the double stack filter with the feather touch focuser.
Okay.
Okay, this is the single stack configuration. You see the Vixen dovetail from SB Bunny and how I connected it. Yes, right there. The second part is the helical focuser. Make sure that you have this blocking filter B600. Of course, the camera. The camera that I have is discontinued, but you can still use the 678 and also the 462. And this is the pressure tuner technology using ethanol. When you pressure tune according to your altitude, all you need to do is take the pressure tuner knob off. This is before you start your solar session. Take it off, let it breathe to pressurize, and then put it back in. Keep filming, keep filming.
You're gonna cross thread it.
Keep filming. I can edit, don't worry.
Go the backwards first. Screw it backwards till you hear a click.
And always be careful on this part.
I can tell you from here it's crooked. Yeah.
Keep filming, keep filming.
I am filming, but you've got that crooked.
Yeah. There we go. Edit, cut. So when you take it out, then you put it back in. And screw it maybe until half, because when you do the solar section, then you're gonna start pressure it to get that crispy effect. And this is the single configuration, single stack configuration. Here I'm taking off the pressure tuner so you can adjust it to the altitude.
When you go to put objects on, especially objects with this many threads, it's always a good idea when you set it back down to go backwards until you hear a little click and feel a drop before going forwards. That way you can avoid cross threading. You're still cooking. Let it go.
Okay, now I'm gonna change from single stack configuration to double stack configuration, including changing the helical focuser with the feather touch focuser. And there we go. This is how we do it. First, and also I'm gonna add the double stack, of course. The first thing I do, I take off the blocking filter. Put it on the side. And then the helical focuser, I'm gonna take it off carefully. This is when you purchase your feather touch focuser. Remember, you can take pictures using this helical focuser. And this is the helical focuser. Put it aside. Look at how it looks. Put it aside. Then you take the feather touch focuser and look at how you look the lens there, and screw it back in. And be careful. And be careful when you screw it back. Take your time. This is how you install the feather touch focuser. Then you're gonna install back the blocking filter. I always use the covers to protect against dust. That part is done, and now we're going to install the double stack filter. Excuse me. It's a more comfortable position for me. Double stack filter LS50 Charlie or C. Take the cover off on the bottom. Put it aside. This cover belongs to this double stack filter. This cover belongs to the actual telescope. Make sure that you got them separate. And now, let's install it. And be careful. Take your time. This is an expensive part of the telescope. It costs as much as the telescope itself. And this is double stack configuration. As a last note, if you see this roller here, if you see the sun in your imaging software that it has the Newton effect, there are like a lot of rings. This is how you fix it by rolling it so the double stack filter can tilt, and that's how you get rid of the Newton effect. And this is the double stack configuration using the feather touch focuser. And now that you've seen the single stack with the helical, with the Mini-Helical focuser configuration, and also you saw the double stack with feather touch focuser configuration, in the next session I'm gonna show you one picture of each configuration so you can compare. And I am not using the flats. As you saw on the web pages before from Lunt Solar Systems, those are the components to obtain the telescope and its single stack option or double stack options. When you have the single option, single stack using the helical focuser, you can still get, using the helical focuser, this is the feather touch focuser. When you have the helical focuser in a single stack configuration, you can take pictures, and I will show you in the next pictures, I will show you how it looks like, right there. That picture was taken on April 18, 2025. The telescope is the Lunt 50mm using a blocking filter or B600 blocking filter. The camera is the 120mm, and I was using the helical focuser there. Also, I was not using the flats. Remember that I was talking about flat and how to go through the process? Don't worry about that yet. If you have the telescope, that's the proof there. Those pictures, they're gonna come fine. Of course, they got probably some shadow issues there, but don't worry about it. That picture that I show you, I'm gonna show you again, is with no flats and single stack configuration plus using the helical focuser. In the next picture, I am using a feather touch focuser with the double stack configuration, and this I am using no flats, and this is a picture right there. As you can see the solar prominence more. It looks like a 3D effect. If you let's go back to the single stack configuration. Right there you can see the filaments. They're still good, but they don't look like a 3D effect. No problem, because the difference in Armstrong are from 0.5 to 0.7. In the single stack configuration, if I am not mistaken, the Armstrong is 0.7. In the double stack configuration, the Armstrong is 0.5. And that's the big difference there. In summary, in this video we were comparing solar images using a single stack configuration with a helical focuser, and then using a double stack configuration with a feather touch focuser. There were no flats in both pictures. There were no flats used. So if you have this telescope with no double stack and with no feather touch focuser, yes, you can still take pictures, including no flats. So just use the equipment, do the best you can, process the pictures. Once you save up money, you can get the double stack, you can get the feather touch focuser, install the components. Now, what I do, once I get the whole equipment, what I do is in one solar section, I start with the single stack first. And of course, you already got the feather touch focuser, just leave it there. I start in single stack mode, and then I put the double stack and I do both pictures. Other than that, I wish you clear skies and thank you.